Okay, now I'm going to explain about action potential of cardiac contractile cells. The first phase is phase 4. Phase 4 is actually the resting membrane potential, where the myocardial contractile cells have a stable resting potential of about negative 90 millivolt. Phase 0 is actually the depolarization stage, when a wave of depolarization moves into a contractile cells through a gap junction. The membrane will become more positive. This will cause the voltage-gated sodium channels to open and allow more sodium to enter the cell and rapidly depolarize it. The membrane potential reaches about positive 20 millivolts before the sodium channels closes. The next phase is phase 1, where initial repolarization occurs. When the sodium channel closes, the cell begins to repolarize as potassium ion leaves through the open potassium channel. Phase 2 is actually the plateau phase. The action potential flattens into a plateau as the result of two events. The first one is a decrease in a potassium permeability and also increase in the calcium permeability. The voltage-gated calcium channels is activated by depolarization have been slowly opening during the phase 0 and also 1. When they finally open, the calcium enters the cell. At the same time, some of the fast potassium channels closes. The combination of calcium influx and also decrease in potassium efflux causes the action potential to flatten out into a plateau. The final phase is actually phase 3. Rapid repolarization occurs during this phase. The phase occurs due to calcium channels become inactivated and it will cause potassium channels to open. This allows potassium efflux which will bring the membrane potential back to its resting potential.
At resting membrane state, the charge of the inside of cell membrane is more negative than the outside. The cell membrane of the neuron is polarized because of the electrical difference across the membrane. When voltage reaches a threshold, it reaches action potential. During action potential, sodium channels open, allowing more sodium ion rush inside the cell. The inside of the cell become positively charged and the outside become negatively charged. This causes depolarization of the cell membrane. The peak voltage of the action potential causes the gated sodium channel to close and open the potassium channels, allowing potassium ions move outside the membrane. Sodium ions stay inside the membrane. The membrane is now said to be repolarized because it is negatively charged inside and become positively charged on the outside. After the repolarized state, some voltage-gated potassium channels remain open, resulting in further movement of potassium to the outside of the cell. As the voltage falls below the reading of resting state, the membrane is said to be hyperpolarized because it is become more negative than the beginning. At this stage, neuron is unable to conduct the nerve impulse and is said to be in refractory period. The neuron enter a refractory period, which return potassium to the inside of sodium to the outside of the cell. The sodium-potassium pump goes back to work, moving sodium ions to the outside of the cell and potassium ions to the inside, returning the neuron to its normal polarized states.